know.
Yeah. Here you go, everyone on YouTube, so you could check this out. This is Xander's original design for Arabelle. And no. Oh, you're still getting echoes, Zever? Yeah, you might need to mute the screen share. I thought I fixed it. But yeah, great design with Arabelle, Xander. How did you come up with Arabelle's design?
I honestly just struggled. I didn't know. I didn't have an idea. So I just went with it and tried to make her um, kind of a classical painting style for a medieval character, and just ended up being Arabelle.
Nice. So you just kind of like went with the flow, and this is what came out.
Yes.
Awesome. Great. Well, let's proceed forward with each of the submissions. First, we've got Wagyu. Wagyu's design here. It looks
Can I ignore
very
Pete's?
true to the original. Oh yeah, we'll start out with Pete's.
And I think there's also another one above. I think
Oh
it's a silly
yeah,
one by
Guanto.
yeah.
So yeah, let's start out with. I
Start
forget
at the top.
yeah, starting out with Guanto here, who I like how he specifically typed in
That's about the
wrote in
watermelon.
watermelon. So it looks like she's on a dock and she's like soaking her feet.
Hey man, every night needs a vacation.
Yeah, this one has a really nice story to it. Like, she's just chilling, and it kind of adds more to the character. I also love the pose and perspective of the character, the anatomy as well. Really nice piece.
Yeah. It's funny how Guanto, with a lot of his work, it's very environmental and does like a lot of gouache stuff. But whenever he does a draw this in your style, it's always he brings out a lot more humor, and it's very
Oh yeah.
different than what you see from his regular like daily submissions. So he said nobody could find Arabelle this summer. It must be hiding in some closet eating watermelons. And that's all we know about the watermelons. We'll have to fill in the rest with our own imaginations. And we got Pete's here, as expected. This was one that he was doing during the office hours. What are your thoughts on Pete's submission?
I love it. It's amazing. He has a very classical painting style to it. It's really nice, and also the hills on the background, and just adds so much to the character. He killed it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Pete and his
I kind of
clouds, like
like
Genghis said. Oh, go ahead.
yeah,
Judith.
right. No, I kind of like how her expression seems a little more like thoughtful in this one. Like I don't know. I think Xander, you described her as maybe being like rude because she's kind of you know, top class for like being a knight or whatever.
Yeah.
But this one seems like feels more pensive. Maybe you know, the
Yeah, she
afterthought
feels
of like fighting or something, thinking about what
kind
she's done.
kind of has a melancholic feel to it. It's really nice.
Yes, that's probably the better word. I'm trying to describe it, like, oh, what is it, like pensive, but
Oh,
yeah,
the perspective
that's
on
pretty
the
cool.
metal birds is crazy. Yeah, Zever, definitely. For sure. Yeah, great submission by Pete. We've got Wagyu. Wagyu's here. It looks very true to the original design as well. Does her hair naturally come down that far? I didn't
Oh,
notice.
I loved it. He kind of added this long hair to her, and this cape both really add to the character. I really love it. The cape gives her a more important look, like she feels more of royalty. Nice addition.
Yeah, like royalty or a high guard of some sort.
Yeah, I think the long ponytail is pretty cool, and I think also too when Xander mentioned that like or shared some of the earlier sketches, like she would ride on a horse too. The hair kind of reminds me of like a mane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice.
It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
great work, Wagyu. And Wagyu said, "Can't believe I finished this in one sitting." Hell yeah.
yeah, that's also crazy.
Okay, and then we've got, I think, yeah, usually, let me disable the streamer mode. Yeah, I refer to their name as Reverie Scum because I can't read the Chinese characters. They said, I might not be able to make it to the live, but still wanted to participate. Yes. Awesome. We got a traditional submission here.
I mean, traditional plays are always amazing, and this one is really nice. I love the kind of expressive feel that she has. Like she's just staring at you directly. Like you don't know what she's doing. Maybe this is what she looks when people say that she's arrogant. She's kind of just doing her thing, and some people it's weird.
Yeah, great submission. Yeah, looks like she's taking a little bit of a break before kicking butt.
She seems to be. She also seems to be like judging a bit, kind of like staring you down across the
Yeah,
room.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't belong here.
I'm going to give you a couple minutes to leave the premises before it gets rough. Yeah. Great submission. Thank you so much, Reverie Scum. And we got Jengus in here. Jengus. With a very
I love
powerful
Jengus's face.
submission.
yeah. This
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah, Jengus's was very popular with a lot of people. I remember someone asked if they could make it their profile picture.
Yeah, the style, the pose, the feeling of the character, and the redesign that he did on the arm, like, everything is stunning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Castlevania
pose,
vibes. Yeah,
the colors, the textures. It's
what do you
it's
call
very
this?
dramatic.
What do you call the frilled fabric on the front?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
There's a lot of attention paid there.
The coife. That's definitely not how it's pronounced. It's probably French.
Coif.
Coif.
Absolutely dig the hair. Yeah, Jenga's great job on the hair.
She looks so badass. Like,
Yeah, the expression too. The expression with the pose, it's like ready to.
she feels like a fighting game character. Like,
Oh yeah, choose
awesome.
your character, and then
It's like the splash art of it.
Arabelle. Yeah, like in Soul Calibur or something. Oh, you're catching up on JoJo. Nice. Which one? Was it Golden Wind? Oh, I think it snuck into the design. Oh, Stone Ocean right now. Nice. Great. Especially with Jolene. Yeah, Jolene. I could see how Jolene may have inspired this. Great work, Jengus. Jengus said, tried to not get lost in the sauce on this one. It seems like you made it out.
It's pretty saucy, so.
Yeah. It's that boss walk. Yeah, for sure. Awesome. All right. Next, we've got R2G, one of the previous Draw This in Your Style winners, decided to come back. Dang.
Oh yeah, Dustin. Should we also mention if people have their art up, they could also like come up and speak if they wanted to?
Oh yeah, Jenkins, did you want to come up and speak a little bit on yours before we
Or like
move
anyone
on
else?
to R2G?
I think we keep forgetting to say that each time.
Yeah. Okay, Jenkins is a speaker. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of here anyways. Not that big of a deal, but yeah, I was sort of worried to go overboard with my sort of insane inking horror aspect. Is what I usually do, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna tone it down a little bit. So yeah, this ended up being like, I think 2 iterations of ink instead of my normal like 4, and I think it turned out pretty good.
oh, your inking style is amazing. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's so consuming is the problem.
I think people can instantly tell when it's your work, Jengus. So you've done an amazing job in creating a signature style for yourself.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys like it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you gave her such a personality. Like, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for that submission, Jingus. Anything else you wanted to add?
Nah, I think I'm good. I mostly did it through text, anyways, so not a big deal.
Nice. Awesome. Well, great. Yeah, thanks again for your submission.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we've got R2G here. I'm not sure if R2G is in the call. Is
No,
R2G here?
doesn't look like it.
Okay. Does not look like R2G is here, but yeah. Wanna draw this in your style and decides to come back for another submission. Yeah, this one looks badass. Like, I like that background. It's simple, but it feels super energetic.
Yeah, it gives so much movement to the piece. And also the kind of her expression, it's very nice. And the rendering is also very nice. She feels very thoughtful of something, like really good.
Mm-hmm. There's something about
Yeah.
this thick, dark line that goes around a majority of the figure, which makes it stand out a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of like this whole concept too of the sword being pointed at her instead, since she's supposed to be like the best. I think at least it's someone else's pointing sword at her, and so she's kind of like looking down at it, but also very like, not surprised, but maybe, I guess thoughtful. I feel like thoughtful. I keep saying thoughtful. I feel like I need better words to describe this. But I just like that concept. Like, she's not like defeating someone; it's someone else that's like threatening her or something.
Yeah, and I really like the hairlight rim light comes in
Yeah.
just enough, and then also like this bounce light on parts of the cheek and a little bit of the brow. Really well done, R2G, and the little tassels coming off. Love that too. Great work.
Yeah.
Good work.
Nice work,
making
man.
sure the blacksmith made the blade sharp. R2G just said, "Done with mine."
Yeah, that's it. Just done.
Yeah, great work, R2G. And then next we've got Dandy Angelic Avanini. My first time joining, thanks to Delia for the background suggestion, though I don't really think I made it anything so better than the previous one. Anyway, I had super fun testing a different approach and trying some kind of coloring over grayscale. Yeah, this perspective is dope. Yeah.
Another cool attitude face. I love it.
Yeah, and also the redesigns on the armor and kind of she looks more bulky than the original design and kind of gives her a more brutal vibe. Like she looks like a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I wonder what the barbs on the sword really stand out too. I feel like whatever it does, it makes getting stabbed a very painful thing. On top of what it would normally be like from a regular rapier style sword.
Yeah, I did love the design, how it sort of had that spirally look on the sword. So I like how this one's like more pronounced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah, there's something. How'd you end up recommending the background, Delia?
I'm trying to find it right now. But let's see. If it's in Danny's sketchbook, if they don't mind.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna post it. 1 second.
Yeah, the background adds a lot to the perspective of the piece and the composition as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I found it.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was looking at some of the new sketchbooks, and I saw that Dandy had a new one, and I was like, "Oh, this looks so cool so far," and then asked for some suggestions, and the original one had like a very like rectangular, blocky one.
Yeah. I see
Yeah, and it felt kind of confined. I think part of it was the tangents, but also I felt like there could be more dynamic to it, particularly because the perspective of the character is like really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I wasn't really sure necessarily how to change it exactly, but I thought, oh, maybe just give it a little something else besides just a block and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I also mentioned too, like no one ever has to take my suggestions. So I think I don't know because the name's like, oh, I don't know if it really did much, but I'm like, no, I mean, I personally kind of like the new shape, but
Yeah, it's nice
I'm
with the
not a pro.
background.
Mm-hmm. And I really like this hook shape at the end of the. Is that technically the hilt? At the bottom of the hilt, it looks like
Yeah,
there's
I
like
think
a
so.
hook. Yeah, that little sharp hook thing. Yeah, very nice flourish, Dandy. Thank you so much for the submission. And yeah, hopefully that color over grayscale worked out for you. Hopefully it was a new fun thing to discover. We got Zever here. Zever, if you want to jump on stage, raise your hand. We can bring you up. Nothing like deciding to submit last minute.
Bring
Awesome
it on.
last minute submission. There you go.
Hey, can you hear
Zever.
me?
Yes, you are here.
Hey, how's
Welcome.
it going?
Going great. Thank you so much for submitting this. How would you like to speak about your submission?
Ooh, talking about your own art. Okay. I mean, my approach for this was to do some kind of classical portrait, and try to do less mark making, but kind of failed in that a little bit. Kept going. I don't know. Xander's
I
character
love
is
it.
really cool. Oh, thank you. No, really dig her whole vibe. Really feels like Three Musketeers. So trying to play into that French like after Renaissance bit. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, some things that really stand out to me are the birds, for sure. It seems like there's a lot of obvious attention to detail on the birds, and I'm noticing the color selection for this background is, I love it. The earth tones feels so cool.
I actually tried to make my original design to look like a traditional painting, but I don't think I achieved it. And you did a very nice job. Like, I love the brushstrokes, the colors, her expression. Everything is kind of literally amazing.
I think you
Yeah.
both did a pretty cool traditional feel for yours. I like that. I mean, you both obviously have different styles, but it's still very painterly and feels oil painty to me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
I think you should
perfect.
give yourself some credit.
So this was a
Thank
last
you.
minute submission, Zever?
Yeah, I'm leaving for a convention tomorrow, so I just
Oh,
was like,
snap.
all right, let's get this
Oh.
done. But yeah, I'm
Awesome.
originally an oil painter too, so that's my
Oh,
vibe. I'm so glad that's
Oh.
coming through.
Oh, snap.
yeah.
I think being
I find a lot of
I think being a natural oil painter, it must have been easy for you to know, yeah, this is how it's going to feel like an oil painting, but in digital form.
I think it varies. I mean, the brushes are definitely a big part of it. And then, I mean, with digital, it's difficult because you can always change things constantly. And the need to do that, if you're a perfectionist, is, you might end up ruining a painting. Whereas with something traditional, oops, sorry, I live in a very urban area.
oh, that's okay.
Like with traditional painting, you get like only a few tries, so you have to be decisive on things. But with digital, it's so difficult because you have so many choices and so many opportunities to redo stuff.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I also do traditional and digital. And it's I sometimes I just have to go back to traditional if I need to work faster. Too many futzing around. But it's also cool to see that it's translated. Cause I know a handful of traditional artists, painters that can't quite translate it back to digital. So it's cool to see that the similarities that you've managed to achieve.
Jenga says feels very posh to me. Likes it. And then Reverie also mentioned like the shoulder feather things. Didn't know what they're called, but looks super good. Yeah. Yeah, awesome work, Xavier. And
Oh,
good
yeah.
luck at the
Actually-
convention.
Oh, thank you. I just wanted to ask Xander, what is the deal with the strings that are hanging out of the leather like chest piece? I'm very curious about that.
Oh, I don't know. I just thought it adds to the design of the character. I didn't talk too much about it.
I mean, cool is definitely a good reason.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a valid reason. Doesn't need to have a big explanation.
All right, I'll pop out of here. I'm sorry for.
No,
Yeah,
don't
take it over.
apologize,
Yeah,
please.
thanks
We
so
love
much
hearing people
for
talk.
yeah, thanks so much for your submission, and good luck at the convention. Are you going to be selling stuff, or are you just hanging out? Oh, I should have you dropped out.
You still like the
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I turned
that's
off
okay, that's okay.
my alerts when people join and leave calls. So
Oh,
I end
yeah,
up
no.
continuing to talk to someone who is clearly left to everyone else. But yeah, thanks again, Xavier. We hope to see more of your submissions in the future. Dustbot 3000 is Dustbot 3000 here. First finished submission, fun character and challenge to flip her to my style. Ballpoint with Copic overlay for pop and color.
Yeah, I think Dustbot was the one that had a lot of work in progress stuff,
Yeah.
sketches. So it's cool to see the finished result.
Yeah.
I want to find it again, so I'm like making sure I'm like not spewing out. Yeah, it is Dustbot. So I think that was
yeah, let me click on here. Yeah, it looks like Dustbot is not here.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Dustbot, great submission. Very futuristic.
Yeah, the redesign looks amazing. Like he got the key points of the original design, he kept it, and just add his stuff, and really nice.
Yeah, it feels like the leg equipment, like the boots, are designed for speed, I would imagine. And yeah, I like the simplicity of the limited color palette. Great work, Dustbot.
Yeah. I wonder how much that mechanical arm aids to her fighting. Or it's more of a defensive thing. Since it's not like her actual like wielding hand.
Yeah, we'll have to leave it to the imagination since Dustbot is not here. But thank you so much for that submission. Sky says, I really like these submissions. This one is excellent. I agree on the cool background too. Oh, I think that was for Severs. Yeah. We got Amanda. Amanda, if you want to jump on to talk about yours. Amanda said, calling it done. There we go, Amanda. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you for your submission. And
Of
yeah,
course.
feel free to talk about how you approached this and what it was like.
Oh, it was challenging, but in a good way. I think I restarted like at least once. My first like version was more kind of feeling like a traditional painting, and I'm like, I always just gravitate towards going that way, and I'm like, no, I want to kind of play with some brush strokes, and then it just kind of started going into like a more like graphic element, and I'm like, that's cool. Let's roll with this and see what happens. And I got to learn a lot about just like my own painting process. I'm still trying to figure out what order I do things in.
Nice, nice. The thing that really stands out to me is like these dark black lines. It kind of reminds me of some of those indie games. Is it Darkest Dungeon?
Hades?
Yeah, Hades also. Yeah, it feels really cool. I love that.
I love
touch to
Hades.
it.
Oh, I love the brush strokes. It reminds me of Lion Decker. Like,
Yeah,
just
I had him
amazing.
up for reference.
Oh, look at that. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially great work, I feel like, on this the top leather part with the tassels
floof.
and the
whatever that
I
is.
don't know what the quaff. I guess we're
quaff. The Kofefe.
Delia's-
I don't know. I hate French words. Sorry. I like to pronounce them as horribly as possible.
Yeah, Amanda, thanks so much for this submission. And I really like the details in her face too. Like
Thank you.
how you rendered that out looks great.
And
Yeah.
also being able to show form, especially in the shirt, with just such few values, it's amazing.
Yeah, the shirt. Delia and I were chatting quiet hours. We were both struggling with it.
Yeah, the shirt was tough.
Yusuf
solution.
said it's called a jabot.
Jabot.
Is that correct? I don't even know if I pronounced it right. Delia, is
Probably.
that if you
Yeah,
Google it,
Jabot. That's what Google
Jabot.
says. Jabot.
Oh, okay. Awesome. We learned something new today. The heavy black gives me a solid comic vibe. Yeah, Genghis. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, Amanda.
For sure.
Awesome submission. And it looks like you learned. It's cool that you learned stuff about your painting process doing
Yeah.
this too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else you wanted to add for about your piece?
Oh, she left.
Oh, there we go. I'm gonna consistently be.
That's all, folks. That's okay.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Oh, we've got
yeah.
Zinuk.
I meant to look up this. Sorry, no, you can continue. So I'm just saying, I saw this piece when I was like half asleep, and I forgot that it existed. And I'm being reminded now.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Zinuk, are you here to speak about your submission? Didn't have a ton of time, but wanted to do something for fun. Yo, dang.
It's
There's
just
a
crazy.
lot to say here. Yeah, the red is crazy. I feel like it
Yeah,
fits her.
stunning.
And the dramatic lighting coming from above, and we've got like, yeah, just the texture is really crazy.
The contrast between the reds and the grays, in the pants and those things on the sides, like such nice contrast on the image overall.
Yeah, amazing work. Too bad we don't have Zinuk here to speak about it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Also has the classical painting style, like
Mm-hmm.
another person that killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
like that-
love the impressionistic feel of the brushstrokes. Like it feels very detailed, but it really isn't really close.
Mhm.
It's a cool like skill to have for that. And you can also see it in some other works that this artist has done too. So it feels very fitting
Mhm.
for a draw this in your style. Like it feels very much what do you say, like genuine to them.
Yeah. And the one thing that really stands out to me is the edge control, like the bottom of her arm, it just kind of like fades out. And then also with like by the boot a little bit and like this heel of the boot. And yeah, I think it's really cool how some of that stuff kind of like helps the other, the edges really stand out. The subtleties in the pants, so lovely. Yeah, that's right, Zever. Yeah. Yeah, seems like it's a really awesome skill to have and not necessarily a whole lot of artists develop. So yeah, Alzinuk, amazing submission there. I wish we had you here to talk about your piece, but great work. We've got Sean Gillespie said, started this weeks ago and planned to come back, but ended up way from my usual workstation. So I tried to finish it on an Android tablet. Anyway, the clothing reminded me of Renaissance, so I tried chiaroscuro. I don't know how to pronounce that. Do you guys know how to pronounce it?
No, dude, I'm not the person to be speaking for all these from
Julie,
assuming names.
your job is to just butcher words from.
I think that's it's dark painting style, if I'm correct. Let me look it up. Like lots of
Zever
blacks.
says chiaroscuro.
Chiaroscuro, yeah. Yeah, it is the use of like lots of blacks in like paintings and such. Basically. Oh, Um. Oh, did Sky want to speak to help
Oh yeah,
pronunciation?
Sean, did you
'Cause
want
we're-
to come up? Sean also said couldn't quite get it to working in the end, but I thought I should share what I managed. Managed to lots of great submissions, really inspiring. Yeah, Sean, if you want to come up to speak about
I have
yours.
I brought Sky up. I think Sky might be fixing our pronunciation. I imagine.
Hello.
Hello.
I wasn't sure if you could hear me. I've got a helicopter building near me, but I wanted to mention that chiaroscuro is lights and darks, strong lights and darks.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, okay.
If I looked it up so I could say it right, it's an Italian artistic term that describes the use of contrast between light and dark in compositions, especially paintings. Comes from chiaro meaning light and scuro meaning dark. Anyway, Michelangelo was known for it, if I remember right. But
Yes.
this one was just so strong in this that I thought I'd mention it. Yeah, that's what we're looking at there. It's just awesome chiaroscuro. And actually, the one we're looking at now, if it had more of a background at all, it would it would really fit that too. It's got those strong lights and darks. It pulls your eye to a certain area.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to shut up and go away now.
That's okay. That's cool.
Thanks for sharing that info.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, a little art history, art lesson. Yeah, we could bring up
Sean, are
Sean
you
up here.
are you interested in coming up to speak about
Yeah.
yours? You don't have
Bring
to
him
if you
up.
don't want to.
I'm bringing him up. Oh, did not work.
Oh, there we
there we
go.
go. Super.
Sean.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we can hear you perfectly.
Hi.
Feel free to tell us about anything you wanted to add.
Yeah, Sky pretty much nailed it there. I went for the. I'm getting a lot of echo. I don't know if that's just me. But,
Oh,
you
it's
have to
the
mute the stream.
You have to mute the
Okay.
Discord stream.
I have to mute the stream.
If you're on desktop, you right click the screen, and there'll be a stream volume.
Mm,
I'm not sure about mobile. Mobile might be
yeah, I'm on mobile.
Oh,
Uh,
dang.
mobile. Dude, I hate the mobile interface for it. One second, maybe I could walk you through on the phone.
Anyways, I started it a long time ago, and I plan to come back to it. But I'm on holiday at the minute, so I didn't really finish it as well as I could. But.
Great work on it, though. I
Yeah,
thanks
really
very
love
much. I'd
the
like to,
deeper tones on it, and then the swords really stand out. It's like boom,
Yeah.
kill with these things.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. It needs more time, but
I like the idea of also like dual wielding for this one.
Mhm. Xander, go ahead.
yeah, I don't think that was very period accurate, but
I love that it went for another classical painting style, the chiaroscuro, I said. Those reds, the little red thing on the hand, like it looks amazing. Really adds a sauce to the piece, and also the kind of the fact that the swords don't have the same shading kind of adds a graphical element, so it looks like modern. Really nice piece overall.
Yeah.
okay, that definitely wasn't laziness.
Yeah, definitely not. Just an artistic choice.
Yeah, and
Anyway, thanks very much. I'm gonna hop off because
okay, yeah.
go. I can.
Thanks for joining us.
See you soon.
Yeah, and I really dig the rendering on the fabrics. That it feels really, it's kind of like got an organic feel to something that is just like fabric. Art history
Yeah, it feels very-
flashbacks. Go ahead, Xander.
It feels very soft, like very cotton, like really nice render.
Yeah, Sean, thank you so much for the submission. Great work. Especially that you did it on, finished it on an Android tablet.
That's so funny. And it's so real though.
Hard mode. Flo. Do we have Flo here?
Nope, unfortunately.
Okay, Flo is not here. But Flo, thank you so much for the submission. This is the ready to challenge right now pose, or you're about to die pose.
Yeah.
Very
It
directly.
looks so strong.
Yeah, to a person or persons. Yeah, great work on this, Flo.
I love that this person stuck with the original design and did a very nice job. I love the shoulder pad, the big eagles, like really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, more dramatic of a scale of it, so it kind of pops more.
Yeah, great. Love seeing those birds come out for the submissions that really brought them out, especially in this one. It's very obvious when they're putting attention into those details. And for some reason, I really like the chaps and boots on this.
Yeah, the chaps.
Uh-huh. And
Very prominent.
The leather buckles attaching to the spurs and the heel. I like how those came out too. And then also the this accent on the waist covering. I really like that.
Yeah.
How they did that design too.
Yeah, they made that also a little more prominent too. So the middle really stands out.
Yeah.
For the texture.
And I like the softness of this background too. It's kind of like this red fading into like this purplish grayish with a touch of orange kind of by the lower part. Awesome work on that, Flo. Thanks so much for your submission. And then we've got Yusuf here. I saw Yusuf in chat. Yusuf, if you'd like to come up and talk about your submission, feel free to raise your hand. Or if you just want to type in chat, you could do that. Okay, you can't talk, so but you can type, right? Is there anything you'd like to say about yours? Because it looks great. Love this perspective. Yeah, the top downs.
Yeah, Yusuf reminded me that sometimes people can't see all the channels because Yusuf posted it in the work in progress. I was like, oh shoot, like you have a final submission channel, like please submit it there, you know. Discord's still doing that. It's so sad. It's like don't want people getting confused.
Yeah.
But
nothing to say really.
Stuff.
Well, I guess we'll get started on what to say about this. Is that I love the softness in her features that you did, and the texture of the hair with this little highlight here. I love how that came out, and the pointy collars are really awesome too. Those are the things that really stand out to me, and also the eagle on the waistband. Awesome work on that.
Such a nice style.
Yeah, it's very clean. As Jingus said, it's getting very JRPG for sure.
Yeah.
And also the thing on the neck, the cloth, which I don't remember the name. The way it's designed.
Jumbo.
Oh yeah. Like the way it is designed, it's really, really nice to look at. Nice piece.
The color points are so good. Go ahead.
Yeah, it seems like her shirt's more ironed out than what everyone else has done, which is kind of funny. So she seems more clean.
Yeah.
Probably also easier to draw.
The facial features are like the softness of those facial features. I think something that really stands out about your piece, Yusuf. And you are really good at doing hairlines. It looks very natural.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
mentioning her soft features too, it makes her seem a little more kind.
Kind, but also will kill you at a moment's notice.
Yeah. Looks like a cinnamon roll, but could kill you.
Yeah. Awesome work, Yusuf. Thank you so much for submitting. I also want to mention to everyone who has done this, Draw This in Your Style as your first submission. Thank you so much for doing that. Of course, the big thing is that you get your OC as the winning prize. But yeah, for everyone else who is a runner up, you get the fruit upgrade, or you get your very first banana if you have not
get the fruit.
Pursued a banana before.
I've designed the fruit, so I'd love to give more out. we got a lot. We got 4. I really hope there's not gonna be more than 4, but there was 4.
We've got Anathay. Anathay, are you here to speak about your submission?
All right.
No, we just pulled it up and you arrived.
Okay, great. I feel so familiar with this character. I spent a lot of time working on mine, and so it's really cool to see everybody else's take on this, because it's like, I spent all this time looking at the character and the design. Anthe's version here looks very cool. Is Anthe here?
No, a lot of the artists aren't actually here today.
Oh, okay.
But
That's fine. Well, Xander, what are your feelings about this piece?
Oh, I love it. I love that a lot of people have the kind of a traditional painting style to
Mhm.
it, and I really love the expression and the mood that the character has.
Yeah, she looks tough.
yeah, for
Painted
sure.
the cloth, like, looks really nice.
Yeah, I agree. I
Like-
like the personality of the character quite a bit as well.
Yeah, I like how she's like barely touching her sword.
Yeah, the
Like, it's
acting in
very-
the hand there is very subtle. It's very good.
Yeah, seems very like dangerous, but for her, she's like very comfortable with it.
Uh-huh.
So it gives that interesting relationship with it, the swordplay.
Yeah,
Yeah, the gesture as well. It looks quite nice. I don't remember the name when the shoulder kind of is.
contrapposto.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
contrapposto.
Yeah, the subtlety and the expression both on the face and the hand, I think, really carry this piece. It's like that's such an important part of making a character piece like this is the acting that's in the face and the hands, and the overall body gesture is all really there. So everything else on top of it is just like a nice thing to have. But it's those being there for this piece, I think, makes it a really strong entry.
Yeah, absolutely. And the hair too, as someone mentioned in chat. Hair definitely has a nice gesture.
All right. So thanks, Anate. That's a great entry. Excuse me, I haven't been speaking today. Delia, you got yours. You got
Yeah.
the chibi version.
Yep, I really tried this time to do a TV version, which I kept like messing up on doing. But I was working on it in quiet hours, and then Amanda dubbed Arabelle as Adorabelle. So I'm like, well, that's her name now. So
She looks
yeah.
super cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's
But,
still super tough in this one too.
Yeah, I tried her face a couple times. Like I really wanted to give her some attitude. I wanted her to look like, she's gonna beat you up, for sure.
I love that you gave her the image Dutch angle, and also the kind of the strokes in the back giving more movement to the piece. It really adds to the piece. Really nice.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I feel like the splatter look that you have in the back is like a nod to Xander's style, mixing with your own style with the dot. What do you call those? The
halftones.
halftones. Yeah, halftone dot patterns. I feel like it's an interesting merging of the two styles here. You playing off of Xander's work.
Yeah, I definitely had to make a nod to the painterly look. So that was a fun texture to have.
But it definitely still feels like your style. Like your style keeps solidifying, and you keep establishing more and more notes that are like recurring in your pieces. So with that foundation, it's like it leaves you room to be able to play around with these other stylistic notes and character design pieces. And so it's great to see.
Yeah, I definitely, it was really tough to start with, but once I started getting the groove, I'm like, yeah, this is feeling like me. So that felt nice
Yeah.
at some point.
That little bit of uncertainty, though, at some point early on, I feel like is always a precursor to something going pretty well. Like, it's like we want to have that level of certainty throughout the whole painting process, but I think that if you do that, it's always going to feel a little boring. And when you allow yourself to just spend a little time being uncertain and uncomfortable, then it comes together nicer in the end.
Yeah, I think so. Had like a big
I
payoff,
really
I
love
think.
the simplification of the design as well. Like the character has a lot of detail, and you were able to quite make it all readable, even being cute, like really nice.
Yeah, thank you. That was also a tough one. I was really, really trying not to go overboard with the details again. Particularly the frilly red fluff areas around her neck. Like I just did a couple lines instead of it being like a whole like collar.
Mm-hmm. Cravat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Pete. Earlier, so we've been we've been trying to describe clothes, and all of us have been butchering the French terms. So that's been kind of the running joke now. No one knows how to pronounce any of the clothing.
Yeah, I'm not great at all of them either. I just know that
Yeah.
one from like Renaissance paintings and stuff. People having the
Oh,
big
okay,
puffy
yeah.
collars.
And the jabot and whatever we've been.
What's a
we've been
jabot?
The jabot is that frilly part, not on the neck necessarily, but on the chest area. The white part. Neck
The
wear. I
white.
don't know. Yeah.
Oh, the white
jabot.
part? I thought that was the cravat.
I think the neck is the cravat, but the frill is like
The red one is the cravat, probably.
That's
then
a
we also
tie,
have
isn't
the chavot, and then we've
I
been
guess,
throwing
is
out
it-
so many.
I guess a
terms.
cravat is when you have like,
It's like-
a bunched up piece of fabric made into like a tie. But I thought that there was like the frilly one was the same thing.
So, yeah, I put in the side chat. That's the chabot.
Oh, it's a jabot.
Jabot, yeah.
That's a new word for me. Shit. Oh, I've been calling it the wrong thing the whole time.
Yeah, it's we're throwing around a lot of terms, and we're not.
Oh damn, yeah,
Not,
we stink at this.
I'm like, man, get me off the stage, dude. Like,
You're doing fine. All right. Well, great job as always. It's awesome to see this piece. And then you got
Yeah,
the time
thank you.
lapse up here too.
yeah, it's. I spent a lot of hours on it, and it was a lot of fiddling, but I was really trying
Oh,
to
you
make
made
sure the lines were
notes.
strong.
That's such a smart move.
Yes. Okay, so admittedly, I did this in 2 days. So I was finishing it up this morning, but last night I did like a big session, and then I came back, and I'm like, oh god, there's so many things I need to fix.
I love
And
that.
then-
I don't know if you heard that from me, but I have recommended that before. Is that like when you're in that middle point on a piece and you just feel like everything's broken and it's all overwhelming? Like what I'll do sometimes is I will go and circle all the areas that need attention, and I used to even write notes on them all just to make sure that I just knew I had a to-do list and I just needed to do the list, and when it was done, I was done. And I feel like it makes that process a lot more manageable. And nowadays,
Yes.
after having done that a lot of times, I discovered that even though I stopped doing it, I discovered that I was still doing it subconsciously in my head, in the back of my mind while I was working. That now when I get to that point, I will go through and do an inventory on like where I want to do on the piece just subconsciously. And it'll be like a sub process that runs underneath the painting sometimes when I get to that point. So it's like the process of taking the notes got me over the hump to like turn it into a habit.
Yeah, I absolutely felt that because I was starting to get overwhelmed at the time, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just mark it down. I'll come back to it later because I'm probably gonna forget what I need to work on. And I did, and I was like, all right, time to tackle it. Let's go.
Yeah. That's right.
So
Taking it seriously. All right, and
Yeah.
that's the end. This is the bottom
yeah,
of
that's
the
the
thread.
end.
Oh my god. Okay, let me just look through and see everybody's stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa, these are so good.
Gotta give out some fruit.
And then that poses us with the question of Xander. We got to make a short list of all the ones that you want to like acknowledge, and then we need to pick a winner.
Yeah, I will look through them now.
Yeah, we got a lot of really strong pieces for this
sci-fi
this
one.
challenge.
Yeah,
Do
I
pick 5?
you can pick as many for your short list as you want, but you can only pick one final winner.
Okay.
Or I could impose a limitation on you if it's too much.
A limitation, please.
All right, let's say 5.
Big Five.
Big Five. That's a great name for it.
Yeah.
Can I put you?
You can't pick me. You can't pick
the-
me though.
Yeah?
No, you're not allowed to pick me. My entries
So-
are ineligible for any kind of reward.
Django's is one of them.
Genghis.
Yeah,
Congratulations,
Genghis
Genghis.
Drunkies.
Genghis has
Genghis'
no
first
fruit
fruit.
next to his name.
What? That's really
Yeah,
Oh.
really.
interesting.
Add roll. Good at art.
Damn. Well, congrats on the banana.
Yeah.
Not
Zzandher
fruitless
as well.
anymore.
Zever. Also first time banana owner.
Woo!
Congrats.
Auxenux. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Oh, this is Anton. He's he did a piece in one of my books.
Oh. Oh shit.
Anton Oxenick he did the alternate art for my Angel of the Eclipse in my Book of Watchers. He's published my Book of Watchers book. He like reached out to me recently, and I sent him over to the server. He was like looking for a community to hang out with. He's great.
Yusuf.
Oh yeah, this one's really cool.
Is that 4?
I think that's 4.
Yeah.
So you pick one more for your short
On
list.
the list.
I'll pick the spot just because he kind of redesigned the character and it looks really cool.
The spot. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so who's the big winner for today? Of those 5, who
That's
do you want to
hard.
pick as the winner for the overall challenge?
That's quite hard. I guess I'll go with Yengus.
Jengus.
Jengus, yeah.
Okay,
This
congrats,
is
Jengus.
crazy.
Hey, Jengus, do you have an OC ready for us, or is it going to be another? Are you going to be making one for the challenge this next month?
Yeah, come on up.
I guess that entirely depends on how much time we got.
We got a little bit of time.
Okay. I've been working on a handful of things, so I could probably pick one, or I could see if something comes to fruition just naturally and kind of go from there.
Yeah, I mean, what's happened so far is that due to the culture kind of moving away from everybody having their own like stable of OCs, it's like people have been just sort of making one once they get picked, and then they get back to me sometime in a week or two afterwards. And once we get the OC in, then I share it with everybody.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
All right, great.
And I'll specifically not make it super gross because it's not October yet. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds good. Something that other people can draw, I think, is
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah,
But
preferably.
make it yours and have fun with it.
I can do that.
All right, fantastic.
Woo.
Well, thanks
Congrats.
everyone. Congrats to all the new banana owners. You can, maybe make it a little gross.
I don't think I can get away 100%. So.
Yeah. No, I mean you can. I think you did a very good job making this one
toned it
not
down on
feel
this one.
even a little gross. I think that she looks very cool. All right, cool. Well, I think we're gonna cap this off here. Thanks everyone who showed up. We'll see you guys around. Have a good one.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
And,
Bye-bye.
Congrats again, Xander. Thanks so much for doing this along with
Yes.
us.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you all.